What's up, Nedheads, and welcome back to another episode of the Ned's Declassified podcast. I'm Jacob.
Yes, this is Kirk. We've got a special guest as well this episode. We've got our bro, Jess. What's up, Jesse?
Hi, I'm Jess.
What's going on, Jess? It's been a long time. I saw the last recording we did with you was the 1st of January, 2021.
Oh, a whole year. Over a whole year. Man.
Yeah, yeah. It would have been nice to do it on the anniversary.
True.
If only we knew.
I know.
It's close enough.
But
yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, I think the last episode you were on was the car wash episode, right? It was car wash and something else. I don't remember what the other half was.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But that was a while ago.
That was the more memorable part.
I assume it was season 2. Maybe not, though. But yeah, so now we're on season 3, episode 14. Getting organized / extra credit.
An incredibly random, just, you know...
But they tie together.
The two parts do tie together, yes. But they do not tie it like the previous episode in any way, shape, or form. Like, the overarching plot line, none of that, like, you know, Susie, Moe's love triangle, none of that stuff comes up at all. It's just it's kind of a Ned dealing with his own, you know, fuck-ups kind of a pair of episodes more than anything.
The only thing that you can say, like, is a little bit of a tie-in is, like, there's, like, in the part where it's, getting organized when they're, like, in his brain, and everything's all fucking cluttered and stuff, there is a picture of Susie in the background that's, like, half seen and, like, half covered up by, like, a mess. So it's, like, subliminally, you know, he's still thinking about it. I feel like,
Damn,
you know...
I missed that.
It was a good visual. There was also a picture of Cookie on a cabinet, so he had his own cabinet of just cook facts, I guess. I didn't see a Moe's one, though. It would have been good to see a Moe's one next to the Susie one.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Huh.
But yeah, other than that, this did not tie in at all to the previous episodes.
That scene though that you described, that reminded me of that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob's like they're in his head, and it's all the little SpongeBob's pushing papers around in his head and shit. It's the exact same vibe.
It would have been good if these people inside of his head were like characters we've seen before, or if
they were Ned
himself.
Yeah, Ned. Yeah, like they do the thing where
because like we've seen it before too, where like he's got like the Abraham Lincoln and then like the devil or whatever. It was Benedict Arnold, yes, right?
That's right.
It was the other one.
That's what it was.
It would have been good to see them in there, but you know,
they haven't brought those guys back in a while.
No, they haven't. But Ned hasn't been crazy in a while until this time, so they kind of missed out on that, you know. We find out that Ned's not an organized boy, which, I mean, he's like organized sometimes during the show and sometimes he's not at all, because he's got that 6 sticky note like thing going on his locker. But this is just like an excessive amount of clutterness.
Yeah,
in this,
I mean,
right?
he obviously has the list, which is a notebook. I mean, he makes a list of things. He writes them down.
He does, yeah.
So that's something. I mean, would you say you're an organized person, Jesse? Were you an organized person rather in middle school even?
No.
You grew into it.
You think you're more organized now?
Yeah, definitely more organized now.
Probably force yourself to, in order to succeed.
Yeah, I think I just started liking to be organized, so I started organizing everything.
Yeah.
Like my backpack is just a full organized thing.
That's kind of badass. Yeah, I feel like I definitely wasn't organized at all in school. Like I wouldn't like when they stopped making me keep like a planner, I didn't keep one anymore.
That's right. They used to force you to do it, didn't they?
Yeah, they forced you for a while in middle school, and then I kind of like stopped doing it because it didn't matter, and I was like, I'll just remember to do these things.
You're like, it's not that much shit.
And most of the time I did.
Because back then it wasn't that much stuff.
Yeah, I had a young mind, you know, it was fine.
True.
Yeah, they forced you to use a planner because they let check it.
Yeah,
and
they
make
did.
a grade out of it.
I remember it had the bookmark that you clip into it. It was like a little ruler looking bookmark, and it would like keep the day. That was like the middle school one. You remember that, Jess? We went to the same middle school.
You'd pop it in and you'd pop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Either now I feel like it's...
Honestly, it was pretty handy.
I mean, it's better to keep... It's good to write stuff down, you know, because it's easier to forget stuff, I feel like. I don't know.
I feel like the
That's so
only
much
list
going
I
on.
make now though is like a grocery list because I'm an old bastard, you know.
Oh, I don't do that.
You don't have a to-do list
don't?
like around the house things.
No, I just know what I need to get, and I just get it. And if I see something I like, I'll add that to the pile.
Well, because
that's how you succumb to capitalist the teasing. They're like, "Oh, look, it's BOGO." It's like you don't need that really, but it's.
Well, if there's a BOGO deal, you're gonna want to jump on it.
It is a
you're
good
gonna want to
deal.
jump
There's
on
absolutely
that
nothing
deal.
wrong with that. I am a capitalist. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Because when
We
I'm
find
at
out
Publix and I see some BOGOs,
no, not Sweeney. I'm sorry. We find out Principal Pal's actually a socialist, but that's getting ahead of ourselves.
That's true.
That's the next half.
He is. He's a commie. Jess was pissed.
Well, it's students' rights.
Wait, that was the principal?
Snack rights. Yeah.
He used to be the Principal Pal. Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's the geography teacher ? Right? Is that what it is?
I think
Kurt?
he really is like a figurehead, but yeah, I don't know what.
Oh, it was like social studies, wasn't it? Because he was dressed up as King Tut that one time.
He just does whatever he wants. Sometimes he just exposes
Like that.
He just exposes his naked body to students. I feel like often.
What?
You've seen it.
Well,
That's some serious accusations.
He'll be wearing a tighty whities, you know.
well, that's true. He also died in front of the students, or faked died in front of the students, and it scarred like 50 of them.
They're like, he's fucking dead.
They thought they saw a corpse.
Yeah, and then he came back to life, and for a minute they thought he was like a ghost or a zombie or something.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
No.
So we see they set up.
That is this episode.
We set up in this episode that there are these kids that are super organized. The first one we see is Albert, and he makes a note to himself to buy more pencils in his locker, even though he's got like 50 of them.
He's sick.
That's fucked up.
He's psychotic.
That's excessive.
Ned says he's scary. He's not wrong.
I feel like I only carried like
The bare minimum.
2 or 3 pencils on me at all times.
Actually, no. I carried a lot of shit in middle school. I never went to my locker, so
What?
I had everything in my
That's
backpack
true.
at all times.
In middle school, I did have a ton of just shit, you know. So I guess I had like highlighters and all.
But then you
sorts of
realize
stuff.
most of that shit is superfluous as fuck, and you don't need it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was more thinking of high
cut
school
it.
when I narrowed my shit down to having
Yeah.
like a single pencil that I used and like a pen, and I was like, that's fine.
That makes more sense.
Plus, then you have less people hassling you for pencils. Because people would always come up to you and be like, man, can I get a fucking pencil, man?
Yeah, like
You
they're
knew what you
bumming
were
a
getting back.
cigarette off you.
They would need shit, and you'd be like, man, leave me alone, you know?
Let me get a pencil, man. But yeah, no, Albert Wermenheimer definitely has OCD or something like that.
You have
He
to
does.
if you're at that level.
He's the guy with the
I mean,
cartoon.
it was a nice locker. It was nice and organized.
I wish my locker looked like that.
You can't hate
Mine
that.
never did.
You can't hate that.
But
No,
a lot of
I'm
these
a mess.
kids
I'm
in this
still a
school
mess.
have lockers that are pretty impressive. You know, I feel like I never really did have a locker that was super impressive. I had like at best a locker shelf in there that was like kind of janky and like didn't quite work right.
Yeah, they give you like
You
one
know?
shelf, and it's like half a shelf.
They didn't give any shelves, did
No
they?
shelves.
Yeah,
No
there were
shelves.
no shelves.
Just a
It was
hook?
an empty.
A hook.
There
for a
might have been a
backpack.
hook in there, something like that.
I think there was a hook in middle school
Yeah.
because you weren't allowed to have your backpack in class, so you
What?
had to put the backpack in middle
Was
school.
that
right?
true? I don't remember that. Maybe.
I remember that. I remember having
Oh yeah,
to carry my
you
fucking
did.
books everywhere.
I forgot. That was the age of booking. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. You're
Booking,
right.
yeah, booking.
People would bash the books out of your hands. You'd fucking start crying,
wanna
praying to
walk-
the only
you never
God
wanna
you know
walk
that
around
didn't happen
books.
again.
You gotta keep them in your backpack or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
couldn't do
didn't.
it.
You couldn't do it.
Oh, they.
Yeah,
You
couldn't
weren't allowed to do
on-
it.
No, yeah.
I would have appealed.
I only.
You gotta appeal.
Well, it
Good luck.
we needed Claire Sawyer, future lawyer, at our school, so the litigation would get in. You know.
Yeah.
It was in the code of conduct.
Yeah, it was stupid.
But it is also in this.
And then you get to high school and everyone's walking around with your backpacks.
Yeah, there's like a fucking loose pieces of paper inside people's backpack and like a fucking cigarette, and that's it.
No one really had the backpack where you have to pull it behind you on wheels in high school, did they?
No, that was
No.
elementary school for me.
Imagine having that
And
in
in
high school.
elementary school.
Yeah, dude, people would be kicking it. Are you kidding me? If you rolled that bitch up and you had that in middle school still, kids would fucking
They'd
kick
be,
that thing as
and then
hard
the
as they
kid
could.
pulling it, he's like, I don't want you to pick on me, and then he picks it up by the handle and he beats him with it.
Just bashes him in the
whe-
back
the
of it.
wheels
Oh!
hit him. Would you get hit by a wheel? That'll
shit.
fucking hurt you.
That would fuck up. That's fucking.
Yeah, it's a hard side
It's like getting hit with a skateboard.
Jesus Christ. Get decked with a skateboard? Yeah, that would be bad. Kids in middle school were ruthless, though, to be fair. They would probably do shit like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it is the B plot of this episode that Moe's and Cookie's favorite snack from the vending machine, the Fruit Nola bars, they've been ended by Krubs.
Yeah, Krubs put in a special order that they were to not be delivered anymore.
Vince,
really bad choice on his part because, like, apparently that's, like, the most popular snack in school.
shockingly popular.
Bar none.
More than chips or candy.
Yeah, you'd think, like, fucking
Somehow.
a bag of sick Doritos or, like, hot Cheetos would be the most popular thing.
I don't know if I would have died on the hill of Fruit
They would
Nola
be.
in middle school.
In real life, they would
No.
be.
No, I wouldn't have bought a granola bar out of a vending machine in middle school.
Even if it was
No
filled with
shot.
fruit.
It was going to be hard as rock.
Yeah. No, that's the age if you bring in a fucking Chewy bar to school or like one of those Kudos bars, which was a Chewy bar coated in chocolate.
I think that's
don't know
what-
if you ever had
I
those.
think-
They were sick.
Yeah. I agree. Those are good. Those were good. Those were good as hell.
They don't exist anymore. They're gone.
Fuck. Too bad for you. They're like, this is not okay to pretend.
You can
Chewy
still
bars
get
are still
Chewy
around.
bars. Yeah, you can still get Chewy bars, but you can't get Kudos bars.
Kudos, true.
I think Chewy makes one that's chocolate covered, I think.
Maybe.
But
I haven't looked.
I
at
think that's
Chewy
what
bars
they
in a while.
want you to think that this thing that they're talking about tastes like. They're like it's this delicious
No.
thing. No way.
No, I'm picturing
No
more like a
shot.
Fig Newton looking thing.
And Fig Newtons are good. But
Yeah,
would you call it a granola bar though? It's not a granola bar.
No,
not really. Maybe acts like
it's fig.
as like a general thing, you call it like a granola bar because it's a bar you're eating, like a cereal
It's a
bar,
cookie.
you know?
It's a type. It's really a type of cookie.
Well, a Fig Newton specifically.
Newton,
yeah,
yes.
Fig Newton is a type of cookie. 100%.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nutrigrain bar is a long Fig Newton.
But yeah, Krabs replaces all of the snacks vending machines completely filled with mini frosted donuts.
Powdered
An allegory,
donuts.
Powdered donuts.
powdered frosted
White,
donuts.
small
An
powdered
allegory
donuts.
for his cocaine addiction. That's real.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it is. They do everything they can to make it look like he's addicted to cocaine. His desk is covered in it in one scene. It's all over him.
It's brilliant.
He acts crazy. He takes it out of a little fucking metal case, a single donut.
Yeah, he powders a donut a little bit more, extra powder.
It was really insane. It was really crazy.
Really hitting it over your head with it.
I mean,
That this is supposed to be cocaine. I mean, he has a Miami Vice look to him.
He gets
so.
bricks,
Yeah.
bricks
Totally
of
makes
donuts
sense.
delivered to him.
it was pretty good.
Oh, if they had that, you know,
Um,
coming
no,
to
that
them
was
in
good.
cases.
The second organizer person we get introduced to is Lance Waget, aka Moron. You know, he's got the fucking bleach blonde on the top,
Sweater
dark
vest.
still on the sides, pencil protector or whatever it's called, pocket protector, and then fucking fanny pack. He's decked out in the equipment.
he has so many places to put things.
Yeah, you'd think if he had the fanny pack, he wouldn't need the pocket protector.
He's got so many things that need places to be put. That's
That's his ready pocket.
I guess so. I
So
mean,
you
the
have to
fanny
dig
is
into
kind of
the
sick.
fanny.
I'm a fan of the fanny.
he's
packs.
got like a
The
set
fanny
of
pack becomes
screwdrivers.
popular later on in life.
Yeah.
I use a fanny pack pretty regularly.
I mean, it's badass. Whose was I using before? I had one that one time we went to Universal, but then found out you couldn't fucking use it on any rides. They're like, you still have to take it off. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about right now?
Like it's zipped up, it's buckled in. Come on, man.
It makes no sense.
Nothing's
that
coming
they
out of
make
this
You
bitch.
could have worn it at Disney. Disney
Really?
would have been good on. Yeah. Disney
Why
doesn't
do
give a
they?
shit.
They literally Universal just wants you to buy a locker. That's
Yeah, they
the
do.
only reason.
They do.
Right?
It's true.
That's the only
It
reason.
doesn't like
Has to be.
they're getting better recently. Like you don't have to pay for it anymore.
They
Ooh.
want your fucking $5.
Well-
Yeah, you don't have to pay for the locker.
No, but it's just like it's like a hour long locker, and it's like it's like
What if the
it's
line
like,
takes
it's the
longer
size
than
it's smaller
that?
than a shoebox. Then you're fucked.
I don't want to hear that.
Then you're paying.
It expires. They immediately take your stuff out and throw it
the door
away.
it ejects the door open and your shit. Yeah, your shit's free game.
Shoots it out.
It becomes
They
a lost
fuck
and
this
found.
guy. That'd be fucked up, man.
Yeah,
They auction it off.
but basically, this is kind of Did we talk about? We talked about the Ned thing a little bit. He's got the motion guy. He's got the emotion guy. He's got the speech woman, who's his
In
feminine
his head.
side.
That's all in his
This
head.
is his.
Yeah.
These are his brain people.
And memory is the other one.
Yes.
Those are the four.
Yep.
Motion, emotion, memory, and speech. Which is an interesting take on that. I feel like You don't always see that 4.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of the time it's just like different emotions inside their head, but emotion is lumped up into one person.
Motion is just like at like 2 levers that control his you know.
Yeah,
it always just ends up making.
There was only
it's really easy to make
only,
him punch himself in the face. Apparently,
there was only 2 levers though.
Yeah, only 2.
But he's got 4 extremities, so like. What is the one just the entire right side of his body and the other?
Well, he's got pedals. He's got pedals on his feet.
That's kind of sick, honestly. If he's got pedals, he's got some sort of fucking strap-in thing. He's got.
Yeah, it's like an elliptical looking thing. You don't see it, but I imagine that's how that would work. He uses the arms for the hands.
Hell yeah, I believe that. I accept that.
That's the only way it makes sense to my head.
It was a well done bit. The delivery guy Vince. I don't know if we talked about Vince particularly.
We didn't talk about Vince, no.
He's like, I was told not to deliver the fruit and bars.
Yeah, he's wearing like a sick UPS style outfit, but he's clearly just Krubs' connection.
True. he must just be hired by Krubs.
I mean, yeah, straight up. I don't know why Krubs is making the orders though. You'd think somebody else would be in charge of that. Why is the vice president?
Well, Krubs inserted himself into that issue because he's got an addiction, and he saw an opportunity to, to fulfill some demand that was his own personal demand.
His own demand. And the third person in the super nerdy organized super squad is Evelyn Kwan, who is in charge of. What was her thing?
I don't remember. Was it? It couldn't have been mathematics.
Making lists. No, it was making lists.
Studying.
Equipment and.
I don't fucking know, man.
Oh, hers was laying clothes out ahead of time.
That was her whole thing.
Yes,
that's ridiculous.
Right, Jess? She was just
you
like
probably group it up to being prepared.
That is all she showed Ned to do. To be fair,
she hid behind like the chair that had clothes on it, and she was just the head on top. It was pretty good. It was a good visual gag.
Lay your clothes out ahead of time, and you have more time in the morning to do what?
I never did that.
To jerk off.
I never did that.
To eat cereal.
Did you guys?
To watch reruns of Nickelodeon. I do it. I've done it more like as like an adult than I did ever as a high schooler.
What? Lay out your clothes?
Yeah.
I make my lunch ahead of time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense. Takes more time to make your lunch.
I mean,
clothes. I wear the same thing every day.
It's easy to pick clothes out. We're fucking dudes.
Yeah, I've never really laid my clothes out ahead of time unless it's for
girls
like getting
up
early for like the airport. Yeah. I've done that.
Right.
Where like I'm just like have an outfit ready by my bedside table.
Gotta be strategic
because I gotta fucking leave. Yeah, you gotta be strategic. But with like my lunches and stuff, I do meal prep for the week.
We actually, I experienced that recently because when we went to Puerto Rico recently, our flight left at 6 a.m. So we had to be at the airport, way before that.
That's early.
Yeah. But
how was it? I mean, that would be an issue
that was it was a good trip. It was a nice beaches and things, good food and stuff. It was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd go back sometime.
Looked like you had a good time.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. Never been. Gotta go sometime.
It's America, pretty much, more or less.
Yeah, you don't even need your passport.
No. But Principal Powell mentioned Samuel Gompers. You guys remember Samuel Gompers?
Who?
I don't know. He was that socialist guy or
this
whatever.
The union. This world's Karl Marx.
The union man. No, it's, you gotta have strong unions.
It wasn't Karl Marx because it was an American he was talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
It was some union guy.
Yeah.
Should have Googled him.
Should have Googled him.
True. It's too late now. But yeah, he's like, you guys gotta organize. You guys are organized. Petition against the man, Krubs, the bastard man, and tell.
Specifically, students needed to do
and that's fair. And you got to.
Yeah,
and you should.
He wants them to picket. He wants them to do a sit-in. He wants them to fully rebel against this cocaine-fueled government that they're living in.
Ultimately, the walkout was what was successful, right? Just all the kids left.
Yes,
it wasn't really a walkout. It was more like a sitting because they were still inside the building.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
that's right. They
blocked the hallway.
That's what they did.
Yeah, and it's like everyone in the school too, staff included, that are sitting there. There's like a cafeteria dude. Never seen him in my life. I don't know why they couldn't get lunch lady to do it.
I want to taste these fruit Nola bars. They must be goddamn good. Imagine how delicious they are.
Must be. They gotta be so good.
It's probably just a granola bar chocked full of fruit.
Oh, we didn't mention the songs that play. Well, it's the super nerdy, super organized, super squad, and then it's like always go calendar. It's like Fred Durst voice.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved the always go calendar part.
Always go calendar.
Because that's Wermenheimer's advice. Always go calendar. Write your shit out.
And then what's his name? Lance Waget says to get an accordion folder and a fanny pack. Those are his two things.
Yeah.
Accordion folder, yes. Fanny pack, no.
No.
I never had an accordion folder.
Me neither.
I feel like that's it's like overly excessive for like
seems
the
like a
work
lot.
that you do in middle school.
It would be useful. I mean, like, you had 7 periods, so...
I guess it does condense the amount of things you would need, because then you
instead of
wouldn't
having
need
7 folders.
binders. That's honestly true. Honestly, that could be the move.
That is GOAT next level thinking.
Yeah.
I think I used someone with one.
Our middle school brains can't even comprehend what he's trying to spit.
No, at the time, now and back when I watched this, I was like, this guy's a fucking crazy bastard.
Yeah.
Now it's the truth. Shit.
But
Ned does end up passing the quiz.
That's right.
After getting organized.
Miraculously.
He gets like
and all it took was him getting the worst shirt on earth. It was just the worst polo he was wearing.
With a big plastic, pen protector.
Yeah,
was that
with his pens and shit in
Was that just an opportunity to retake a test again, or what?
I think that was the actual test.
Oh, it was the test? Okay.
Yeah.
How did he almost forget that he had an actual just period of class? It must have been just
He's always forgetting shit.
Imagine what a hustler he is. He's got so many. He's like.
But what?
Always going back.
He's got a beeper constantly going off about drops he needs to get to and stuff.
Yeah. Corley's always hitting him up. Corley's always on the beat with whatever's going on.
Yeah. Cook's got some sort of issue going on, so he's seeing that and he's like, mother,
Yeah.
It's got to be hectic being a mop-headed tipster,
Yeah, you're a tipster. He's a gangster. The tipsters were gangsters, right? Isn't that
exactly? Yeah, the teamster.
The teamster. That's what I'm thinking. But he does. Tipsters.
Yeah, you were thinking of teamster. But he does end up getting a head cold, though, unfortunately, which does not carry into the extra credit episode. I honestly really thought it was going to.
Oh, thank God it didn't. It was just a 24-hour cold or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have. I'm surprised this second part wasn't just like getting sick or something, like something along those lines, because like it seemingly leads into that.
It would be. It would perfectly lead into that. You'd almost think, how could it not?
Yeah. And like Mose and Cook don't get sick because they're healthy and they're eating these fucking granola bars, and Ned's some sort of degenerate.
Yeah, in the next episode, Krubs has to get his leg amputated or something. No,
he looks like he looks like the lady from Scarface. He's all coked out of his mind.
He looks like Scarface from Scarface.
Well, that would be good too. I was expecting him to be thin though. I need him to be thinner.
He looks like Chris Rock from New Jack City.
That's Pookie. True. Yeah, Pookie. R.I.P.
What are you rating this episode?
Me?
I feel like we've covered it. What do you? Yeah.
I'm gonna give this episode a 7 out of 10 weasels. I think it was pretty solid. I liked the in the head stuff. I loved the cocaine stuff. That was really funny. And there were some good tips in there. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually match that. I actually wrote down 7 out of 10 exactly as well. So that's the same from me here. It's a strong, above average episode. Jess,
what are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't have too many more episodes to base my opinion off of, but I think maybe a 6.5 out of 10.
Right on.
Nothing particularly special. I like the cocaine references.
Yeah, they were good.
I think that was the best part, and then the inside of the head thing I thought was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too radical there, but it's nice to see every now and then.
How much Ned's did you watch? Did you were you a viewer of the show much or not really?
I watched it if it was on, but otherwise I wasn't going out of my way to really watch it.
Right on. Yeah,
there's way more episodes I haven't seen than I have seen.
Oh really? I've seen every episode.
Oh yeah, we watched it. we would watch it.
Nowhere close.
Yeah.
Maybe
we
a
were
handful.
dedicated Ned heads,
I don't remember. I was more of a Drake and Josh guy.
True.
I was both. I was watching Drake and Josh. I was watching Ned's. I was watching Zoe 101.
Yeah, I wasn't on Team Ned or Drake and Josh at the time.
It was Drake and Josh and iCarly.
I think we can look back and say overall, maybe across episode per episode, is there more bad episodes of Drake and Josh than bad episodes of Ned's Declassified?
Maybe, but there's probably more forgettable episodes of Ned's Declassified. They may not be bad, but they're like filler. Whereas like the bad episodes of Drake and Josh, you still remember them.
Okay.
I think it just becomes like that there was just less of them. At least it feels like there was less episodes.
Yeah.
Because this has like 20 episodes per season. I don't think Drake and Josh did.
Drake and Josh had a nice continuity to it.
It did, yeah. This Ned's does have some overarching plot lines, though. Especially season 3. There's some. This episode does happen to skip those, but
it does.
So this part is the extra credit part. We have a nice cold open where Ned is saying like the exact same thing in 4 different cases to 4 different teachers about how he's trying to figure out what his grade is, and they're all like, "You've got a C+, bitch." Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Which is not too bad, but not good, especially not 4 of them. 1 C, that's fine. 2 C's, you're starting to fucking test the waters there a little bit. 3 C's, that's not good. 4 C's, that's pretty dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good rating.
Yeah, I mean, how many classes does he have? 7 or something, right?
Probably 6.
6 or 7 for sure. Yeah, I think is the average amount, unless you're like a block school, and then you have like I don't even know.
Oh fuck!
But like,
fuck block school.
But like those are like his electives then. The other
the electives?
The other ones.
Yeah, he's probably got worse grades than the electives.
You think he's got?
You just can't
no.
You think he's got worse?
You can't.
No.
You know how many fucking electives he's flunked
He's in
out
woodshop, right? Isn't that one of them?
He's the kind of guy who I feel like would flunk woodshop.
He probably.
Well, he was terrible.
He wasn't good at it. He was. He was remarkably.
Chopsaw would walk over to him and it would play the harmonica like, "Pew, pew," and he'd be disappointed. He'd be shaking his head.
Damn it, Ned! You frickin' goddamn idiot!
Yeah. They do a nice. There it is. Yeah, that's almost the exact same thing. That's really good. They break the 4th wall. Where they're talking about volcanoes and how everybody does them and every show has done them and it's like been played before, and they say it's been on every TV show ever, and they all turn around and look at the camera. It's really good.
Yeah,
I loved it. I thought that
it was an
great.
effective 4th wall breaking because they don't do it all the time.
Yeah, they've only done it one other time that I can think of, and that's when Ned made Mose do tips, and that was also really well done.
Yeah, but Mose is gonna do this for Sweeney's class, I guess. Right? It's for Sweeney. Science.
Yeah, for Sweeney's science class. She's going to make a volcano as extra credit.
I wonder if she needs the extra credit. No way.
Yeah, because she says she has a B+, right? She's got like an 87 or something.
What did she do?
wants a couple more puntos.
Why'd
she probably has like
up?
an A.
Oh, I thought
she's an A student.
An A- or something.
Sweeney looked at her. She said, he said, Mose, you're an A student. Why you got a B+? Do this extra credit assignment. Bump this shit up.
I feel like extra credit's like a weird thing because I feel like in school they were always like such easy bullshit assignments. It was basically like if you did it, if you went out of your way to do it, you're just gonna get a perfect rating. So like him having to like grade these things feels weird to me.
Oh, yeah, he's got to see, like, is this really worthy of the full amount of extra credit possible to achieve?
Yeah.
I might give you half.
I feel
points.
like every time...
I might give you a quarter extra credit or something.
They were just like... They were like, good work. Stamp. Here's like 5 points of extra credit or whatever,
It's like you did it or you didn't.
Yeah.
But no, it might be more nuanced. A lot of times
it was just on the test.
Yeah, they would tack it to the end of tests. That's true.
Like you get a 103 or something over a 100.
That'd be fucking crazy. Imagine getting every single thing right and getting the extra credit. That's excessive.
That's what the valedictorian
bringing down
does.
The curve. That's fucking up the curve for the rest of the class.
They're like, damn it, you savant. The hell's wrong with you? Like, it's easy.
We get the introduction of Speedy Dot, aka Amazon Prime same day delivery
/ Postmates.
Yeah, / Postmates / Instacart /
Yes.
Uber Eats. You know,
It's a guy,
/ all of these.
It's a guy
things.
on a weird
DoorDash.
like third world scooter that comes around.
Yeah, beep beep. It's got that really like nasally beep to it.
It's got an old like big huge not thermometer, whatever, cash register calculator thing on it.
Oh yeah, for the swiping the
card
card.
swipe.
He repeatedly swipes the card too the wrong way. Like he has it flipped upside down.
You know,
I don't know
it's
why.
whatever, it works.
He was just like not looking at it at all. He was just swiping and then launching it back at
That
Cook.
was the whole thing. He's like, just do it as fast as possible.
Yeah, you think that's what the director was saying? He was like, I need you to literally
Don't even look
to
at
go
it
faster because we've got 10 seconds to spend on this.
Yeah, he always shows up. He's like, sorry, I'm late. He gets there and
That was a good bit. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't this guy from like All That or something? I feel like I've seen this guy before.
it's very possible.
He's probably sitting around the Nickelodeon studio, and they're like, "Hey, you, come here."
Just sitting around. He was in the lobby. Hey.
Yeah, I'm just a dude. I'm ready to be an extra in any weird sketch that you have going on.
But yeah, Cook, I don't know what his parents were thinking of. They gave him full carte blanche access to their credit card.
No limit.
No limit.
Well, there was a limit.
Turns out he hit
I guess
it.
he did reach it eventually.
He did eventually hit L limit. We don't know if it was a credit card limit or just the services.
Yeah, it might have been
Yeah, I don't.
Speedy Dot's like
I
personal
think it was
credit.
the Speedy Dot's limit.
You think Speedy Dot would have a cap on their customers? I don't think they would. I think
If
it's
you're-
got to be the credit card company.
I don't think it was it
Well, he
wasn't
didn't,
a
like-
Speedy Dot credit card. I'm sure they have one.
He did have a tab though,
He
didn't
should
he?
have one. Yeah, he did have a tab open.
I'm surprised that the guy wasn't like,
Yeah.
hey, would you be interested in setting up a Speedy Dot credit card?
Yeah. We've got financing and like 0 APR or whatever. And he's like, what the fuck?
Qualify for $10,000 limit.
They give a fucking 13-year-old a credit card.
But yeah, he buys a too big pizza. He buys like the biggest pizza possible.
It's a pretty sick size. I've never actually seen a size of pizza that big in real life.
Not all
but
places
it is
offer a
thing you
pizza
see
this
in
big. You
media
gotta have a special oven, I think.
Especially a pizza that has squares in the center of a circular pizza.
That's how you know it's
Well, I've
that's how you
seen
know
that.
it's stupid big.
I've never seen that.
Country Pizza Inn does it like that.
I've never been
That's
there.
how you know it's too big.
You've had it at my house before, Jess.
I've had it at your house, but I've never been to the place before.
There's no
Remember when
crust
it was
piece.
left
How are
over
you gonna
sitting
eat a
on the
piece
thing?
of pizza without a
Yeah.
crust?
Well, you guys always had leftovers.
That shit was tight. Country Pizza Inn slaps. Shout out.
It's just a goddamn
Sponsor of the
square
Ned
of
Pod.
just cheese. It's like, how do you eat this?
You just pick it up and you.
You roll it
Yes. Yeah,
up
exactly.
into a tube.
Sometimes I just fold it like that, like a little hot dog bun, and I just, you know,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. But that one that big though, no, I haven't seen because I think you would have to go to a custom place. You'd have to go somewhere where they do custom Zaws.
So
like
we got
that,
the
you know?
big pizza.
Yeah, they're
Biggest
like
pizza in Brooklyn.
Yeah, one of those guys. And they're like, if you eat the whole thing in one sitting, that's
get
a
a
free
shirt.
Za, and you get a picture on the
There's a guy in
wall.
the commercial,
You know,
he's
and
like,
you look
"It's
back and there's like
huge!"
3 dudes.
It's like so.
There's like 3 dudes and one of them is Stallone. You're like, what the fuck?
It's Frank Stallone though. It's not.
Al Pacino's the other guy. It's always like the classic couple of dudes.
Yeah.
De
Oh, on the
Niro.
wall, like a picture of them holding the piece of.
Yeah.
Holding the box that's like.
Holding the pie, and they're like, wait,
They're like
Ray
they're trying to
Liotta.
get the camera out of their face.
The pizza box is stood up next to them. It's just as tall as they are. That's how big the pizza is. They're like holding a piece of pizza that's like the crust. They're holding like that, and it drips all the way down
It's
to the
as
floor.
long as their torso. They just hold it up. They're kind of disgusted.
It's like a
by
fish,
it.
like holding a big fish or a shark.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, Gordy ends up teaming up with Mose to build a bigger volcano. She's like, we're going to build the biggest volcano that ever has existed. She tries to make one out of potato at one point, which is just like mashed potatoes.
That was when she was trying to come up with the idea. She was trying to get the dimensions right in her head.
She was going mad. This is her
Well-
descent into madness.
She was upset because her tiny little fuck off volcano, which was kind of sweet and better than still all the other ones that were on that extra credit table, because it had a nice different color and it had the little smoke
The attention
machine.
to detail was in the coloring.
So, she could have just turned that bitch in and just had a little paper with that.
It was
said,
only
like,
3 points.
what volcanoes are
3
about.
maximum
it's
points.
not worth a whole lot.
And we know that
She ended up doing full construction.
Yeah. Well,
She did more than that.
it's very Lovecraftian.
Demo?
Her story, honestly. You know,
You think so?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
opens a portal. She
Lovecraftian,
creates
yeah.
a portal to hell.
End of the world, Cthulhu coming in.
Pretty much. She like diverts the school's furnace into her volcano in the spare room, and they knock out a room of the second
my
floor
question,
of the school.
Would a middle school in California in the San Francisco Bay Area have?
They've used the furnace
fucking
before.
Big ass furnace.
Yeah, they've used the furnace for the Viking funerals and shit before. You remember?
Yeah. No, but would a school in San
right.
Francisco Bay have a furnace?
Yeah, would they have a furnace though in general though?
I think they use it for
Does
different
it get
things.
cold there enough?
It's not about cold. It's about getting rid of
That's
shit.
like a Chicago.
It's about
thing to me.
disposing
In
of shit.
Chicago,
Or-
a school would have a furnace.
Like Wisconsin would have a furnace.
Yeah, Green Bay,
Green
Or
Bay.
a, sc-
Brooklyn,
or a school that's built just on a train, and you got to keep it going.
yes,
What?
exactly. A train school, exactly. Now you're thinking.
Extra credit, shoveling coal into the furnace.
Like the movie Snowpiercer, you know?
Or Under Siege.
Under
All
siege.
of Ned's extra credit gets destroyed by
By Mose
by Mose and Gordy,
and Gordy.
Yeah.
which is sad to see because that drives his descent into madness where he comes up with this grand scheme to have all extra credit, all 4 extra credit in one pyramid.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna kill
Which-
3. I'm gonna kill 4 boys with 1 stone.
It's kind of the best idea I've ever heard.
No, because no one's ever thought of it.
It's time saving. All of them, it works for every subject, like easily, and it's creative. It's on a little lazy Susan swivel.
very efficient.
How could the teachers be mad?
Because they all expected him to turn in a separate pyramid.
It's because they're selfish.
themselves.
But you don't need it though. Yeah, he's trying to save the environment. He doesn't want to make a bunch of different pyramids.
He's like, this pyramid, what am I going to throw into the landfill after you say, oh, it's pretty good. Get one for you. No. This thing is going to serve
No
its
shot.
purpose multiple times, and maybe he's going to pass it down to another student, and another student can reuse the pyramid scheme.
That'd be sick. Yeah, the pyramid scheme. That'd be good if one of them was for like an economics class and it was a pyramid scheme. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
So Cook ends up abusing the shit out of the credit card, right? So after
buys
the
a pony.
pizza thing, first he gets a new suit because he says Ned spills sauce on him. I didn't see any sauce.
I didn't say any
It
sauce.
must have been a driplet or something somewhere.
But he buys. Oh, before that too, he was like just like caressing the tip of the pizza. He was like not like eating. He was just like giving it little licks and stuff.
Not even the tip.
It was really fucking weird, dude. It was bizarre to see. But after he fondles the pizza, he gets the suit, and then we see he buys a stereo system that's built into his locker,
That was crazy.
which is really sick. The song that's playing, it keeps saying, "Who's the king of this club?" and it's just thumping.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I guess you just only can really take advantage of that when you're just standing in front of your locker. But when
At lunch.
if you post up
Yeah.
there, it's a
Yeah.
place to
I mean,
chill.
it's just like the same thing when you have like a sick car stereo. You know, you only get to take advantage of it when you're driving.
Yeah, but your car can move
This
at
happens
least.
to be Yeah, I mean, it's less time you spend at your locker for sure.
But that's real estate.
But they get the resale
Exactly.
value. Exactly.
He invested
You
in
could
it.
sell that bitch for triple.
The property value is only going to go up, especially in the San Francisco Valley or whatever it is.
Did you guys ever get any sort of like credit card access from your parents?
No.
I did not. I absolutely did not.
No.
I want to say no. I don't think it really wasn't a thing.
Like my mom would give me $10 a week just for school lunches because it was $2 a day. But that's all I got.
I mean, the cell phone. The
I
cell
didn't
phone
get
when
any
that
more
happened,
than
that was a big thing.
It was what?
That was a big deal.
Oh, well, yeah, because sometimes I would just save it. You pocket it.
No, a
and
cell
then
phone,
You,
I mean.
you try to make it. Oh, what, a cell
Yeah,
phone?
I'm talking about a cell phone versus a credit card or whatever. a card.
Well, most
money
kids
card.
have cell phones.
Yeah, I got a cell phone in like 9th grade. A lot of people had them in middle school. I didn't.
7th grade, I got my first cell phone.
Ma was refusing. She was like, "You don't need one," and I was like, "I'm a social pariah." And my mom was like, "Fuck you."
I got that Virgin Mobile,
Nice.
brick.
You have the Razor?
No, I had the Razor. That was my third phone. Second
Damn.
phone. Second phone. First one was a Virgin Mobile black and white brick. It was just a screen and numbers, dial numbers.
That's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, it was like 99 cents a text.
It doesn't display text. It only shows binary.
99 cents a text?
Yeah, and then
That's brutal.
or you have a limit of 60 texts a day or whatever, 20, 30 texts.
That's $60 a day.
Are you saying you
text.
get those texts for free with your plan, and then it's every text after that is an extra 99 cents? Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
but that's still crazy. That's still pretty brutal. I guess you can make it work, but
and then you prepay your minutes.
Yeah. I think you could still get prepaid stuff. You could still get prepaid.
Oh yeah, those are burner phones now. Is what they're called.
Oh yeah, we sell them at work. We sell them.
You can buy like a 6-pack of them.
They're like, you can get them loaded. It'll be like a nice phone too. It'll be like a Samsung Galaxy, like a new one, and it's like loaded with like a plan already on it.
No shit.
It's fucking crazy.
How many of them can you buy at once?
You can buy as many as you want. You can have 1,000 of them, dude. You could make that cookie fucking cell phone jacket from the last episode.
Yes.
Just have them all calling each other.
Yeah, that'd be sick. But I didn't get a credit card until I was in like college. I had a debit card. I think I got it. I didn't get that till my senior year of high school.
I think I got a debit card in college because that was my Wells Fargo account that I got at UF. Got the bank at UF.
You didn't have a debit card until college?
I think so. I think that's got to be true.
Because I have my credit union here that I use. I didn't get a bank at college. I didn't
have a job. I didn't have a checking account.
Yeah. See, I was working at Chick-fil-A.
I know you've been working since you were 14 years old.
I was working at Publix.
I needed to be able to grind that. Yeah, Jess, you started working early at Publix.
14.
Did you have a debit card at 14?
Probably. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, like whenever we hanged out, I always used the card, and that was my debit card.
See, I just had like a bundle of cash on me, and I say a bundle, it was like $14.
Saved up from skipping lunch once a week.
Basically, yeah, I would starve myself one of the days.
So that's why we were so reliant on Ked.
Yeah, Ked had the BOGs, dude, the Be Our Guest Chick-fil-A coupons. Those were the best thing that ever happened to our group in high school.
Life changing.
Stack them in his car.
I talk about it all the time, dude. How we used to just go to the mall. We would walk around, but we would always have a guaranteed meal. You have the Chick-fil-A
and that's not
coupon.
a cheap meal.
No, but we needed it. We would have fucking died.
Yeah. I don't know what we would have done.
You kidding me? I would have eaten a lot more of like the 99-cent things off the Wendy's menu. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't have
There's
eaten
no 99-cent.
That's true. I probably wouldn't have eaten it all. I would have just waited, gotten like free waters and samples and stuff. No, we would have gone to the samples. Do the round.
Samples are what's up.
You go and get like some teriyaki chicken and stuff.
But
imagine being a kid today, though.
Being a kid today, all those kids have fucking Cash App on their phones. They got that bitch fucking lit up. They got Apple Pay. They don't care. I assume, at least.
No, they're all buying and selling NFTs.
Well, that's true.
They have way more money than we ever had.
That's true. I wonder if there are kids still out there that have like $10 to their name a week.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Probably, right?
Millions of kids. There has to
be. Not all kids are Zoomer influencers on TikTok, is what you're telling me?
Doubtful.
Damn. Who would have thought?
But yeah, Cookie ends up getting drug off. He gets dragged by his little horse.
By what?
He gets dragged by his horse.
Oh yeah, he does. Like you'd see in as like a punishment in like a Western movie when they like drag someone behind a horse.
Yeah.
Like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I guess it gets spooked by something, right? And it takes off, and he's
well, it gets spooked by the explosion.
That's right. The volcano.
Oh, Moses volcano.
They set off a bomb in the school.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely hit the news. It was like a terrorist attack at James K. Polk Elementary School.
It's a picture of Gordy.
It's a picture of Gordy and Mose.
No, just Gordy. He gets framed for it. He's like...
He's got his hands. The cops are dragging him away. He's like, hey,
He's got a bag over his head. They're like,
it was for science.
Like,
it was for science.
A fucking black bag over his head and zip tied hands.
they beat his knees. He's like,
fucked up. They're hitting him with
He's
billy
never gonna
clubs.
walk
They're like,
again.
holy shit. They're already waterboarding him as he's walking.
Tell us what happened. He's like,
what the fuck? I don't know shit. That would have been crazy. That'd be a good parody of this.
This is a Game of Thrones like walk.
Yeah, that'd be the shame walk.
The shame walk.
Oh, the last thing that they say at the end of this, because like Sweeney loves this volcano that they built. He's blown away by it, but he does say, "I'll give you an A after I see the written part," and she's like, "The what?" She didn't remember.
Yeah.
She didn't. Remember.
She got mad with the power. She got mad with the experimentation, and she just shot.
Did you guys ever do that in school? Like you do a project and totally forget to like write out like the written stuff. You just like, did
that's like the back side of the paper that no one ever checks.
Yeah. I remember doing that in physics when we built the trebuchet. We like forgot to do math first. We didn't do any math. We just built it, and then we had to try to figure out the math afterwards, and it was all bad and wrong. I think we still got a C.
Damn.
Yeah,
trebuchet was real good though. It was dank. We hit him with the water balloon. So.
Oh well, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that mattered. We had him at the shortest distance, to be fair. We just rolled really luckily.
He's like, come on, hit me.
One. It hit him in the feet, and it was at the shortest distance.
It just ruined his shoes.
We were like, oh, thank God.
Got his socks all, or was he barefoot?
I don't remember. I don't think he was barefoot. That would have been weird. But I guess it would have sucked to have wet sneakers all day.
They're like dress shoes and shit.
But yeah, after that, Cookie does get dragged into the desert and presumably dies out there.
Yeah.
The blue screen desert, yeah.
Yeah, the blue screen was so bad. It looked so bad. He was dressed, though, like Cowboy Cookie, which is real nice.
He lost his pants.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's a pantless cowboy by the end of the episode. It's a very sexual look.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, I feel like this episode, I think, was a little bit better than the...
Yeah, I think so.
Than the first part. I think I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna go 7.5.
Me too.
Nice.
Yeah, go with a 7. Jeff Bezos would have been proud of this episode.
He would have been, yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah,
he was inspired by this episode.
I think he was. I think he was watching in his garage when he was trying to figure out what the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
Must have been.
He's like, this cookie.
But yeah, this was solid. Thanks for joining us on the Ned Pod, Jess. I'm glad we could get you back before we're finally done.
Yeah, my schedule's changed up, so now I'm free weekdays, nights now. So.
Yeah, nice and convenient.
Yeah, next time I'm down, we'll have to do something.
Yeah. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check out our Instagram at @harbor_boys and our YouTube, youtube.com/c/the_harbor_boys for the video.
That's right.
Stay dead.
Beans.
Fuck yeah.
Give me those beans.